G'day chasing fans, Simon Orchard back with you for a preview of the $1 Million Chase. In the words of the Joker, here we go. The richest race series in the world descends on Wentworth Park this Friday night. Let's take a look at the field for what a lot of people are calling the best ever edition of the $1 Million Chase. Zipping Megatron, beautifully boxed up there in one for Jason Magri. We'll talk a bit more about him in just a moment. I think Inconspicuous is the best boxed dog. He's got the early pace, he loves going left, and these two typically a bit slower out of the lids. So Inconspicuous to lead, and if you've got a ticket on it, you'll probably be in the running for a long, long time. Good Odds Cobber, box draw's not ideal. No dog has ever made the podium from box 5 in 6 editions of this race. I loved what he did last week in the semi-final and I hope he's in there, but I'm not sure. We move down the page to Explicit. This is the dog that everyone has been talking about over the last 6 or so days. He missed the start completely botched it in the semi-finals. He's in box 3. Let's take a look. Bang! This doesn't happen. He is an A grader and already he's 3 or 4 lengths behind the leaders in Overflow Jill and Starburst Millie. But look at this. He slices, he dices and he puts paid to him in the blink of an eye. There he goes up the back in this second section. It was absolutely off the map. There were plenty of great greyhound judges at Wentworth Park on Saturday night and many of them said that this was the best run they've ever seen. 29-2, missing the start. Sign me up for that any day of the week. Jason Thompson is the trainer. Let's hear what he said about Explicit after this run.
Trainers say this a lot, but I've said it to a couple of close friends a long time ago. I reckon this is the best dog we've ever had. And I think some of his recent runs, and if you have a look at his tapes, sort of shows why I think that. Whether he's better than any of the others, I don't know, but I think he's a great dog, and I just hope he gets a little bit of luck next week, because as bad as he come out tonight, his pattern is pinging to the front. So if he does step next week, I think he'll be right in it.
You don't need me to tell you that if he does step, he indeed deserves to be favourite of the $1 Million Chase, and he probably won't be beaten. But there's the query. Wentworth Park, different track, different lids. I'm not sure where he's going to get to. 270 or thereabouts with speed outside and in. I'm going elsewhere, and I'm going to go in the form of Zipping Megatron. Let's have a look at his semi-final last week from box 6. Now, don't worry if you're on Zipping Megatron in the big one and he flops out the back like this. This is his normal racing trait. He gets back in the field, he needs a bit of luck, but this is the area where he absolutely flies. He's as strong as an ox, this dog, so as soon as he tacked onto the leader and it rolled off the track, we knew that Zipping Megatron was going to win this race, and he powers to the finish for Jason Magri. I'll tell you 3 reasons why this dog can win the $1 Million Chase. It's drawn box 1, and in the last 3 years alone, McInerney's won the race, Coast Models run second, and last year, who could forget Cumbria Kid running the race of its lifetime from the red box as well. Zipping Megatron's stats, you can see there, 14 starts at Wentworth Park for 10 wins and 4 minors. He doesn't miss when he gets to headquarters, so that's going to hold him in good stead. And hey, I'm a narrative guy, don't hate me, but last year this dog won the $1 Million Chase maiden. How good would it be if he came back 12 months later and took out the $1 Million Chase itself? Zipping Megatron's been promising to win a huge race. I reckon this is the race for him. Zipping Megatron, back in with confidence. The rest of the night is going to have a host of other good races, but the Sydney Cup is another one I just want to have a quick look at. With all due respect to some of the dogs in this field, I think only 5 dogs can win the race, and I can hear what you're saying. Come on, Orch, narrow it down. All right, let's have a look at Ethanol Water, let's have a look at Exploded, and this is mine down here, Ella's Babe. Flick to the replay and we'll see all 3 dogs in action last week in the heats. Ella's Babe's back here, the 2. Look at it, having to make up ground. Here's Ethanol Water, highballing out in front. This is its race style. Exploded's doing all the grunt work and carting itself up into the race. Here comes Ella's Babe out the back of screen. So these 2, they lock eyes and this is a ding-dong battle. Everyone's attention was focused on the top 2, but have a look at the stripes coming home for Ella's Babe. Here she comes, rocketing into frame, and I think she's cherry ripe to win the Sydney Cup. $40,000 on offer, a Group 2 event for Brooke Ennis. I think they can take it back to Victoria, and it'll be a happy night for everyone involved. So there you go, a big, big night, the $1 Million Chase this Friday. Get your backside, trackside, and I'll see you there.
You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.